Hey guys, how's it going? This is episode 3 of our podcast we've got going on here for EKCC. I've got John here with me today, and we're going to be talking about a little bit of things that went on with Import Alliance this past weekend and talk a little bit more about some of those things. So I will catch you guys here in a minute. So, welcome to this week's podcast. Sorry it's a little bit late. We had a little bit of some delays go on. I've got John here with me today, and John is going to talk a little bit about what he's doing right now with his car. So, what you got going on with the Escape?
I've got a 2011 Ford Escape. I like to let people know it's all stock, but in fact it's not. It's basically just tuned on E85. And it's pushing 323 horsepower on the dyno jet.
And that's with no bolt on so far or anything.
Nothing.
And it's a pretty little quick car for being what it is, and we've definitely got a couple good laughs out of riding around in the Escape.
We have,
and it's been quite the fun little vehicle. But I was not fortunate enough to go to Import Alliance this weekend with them and get to experience that. Experience with them, but I'm gonna have John here on the stream and go through a little bit more about what happened with that and get some more of his kind of first eye experience on what exactly it was like. So how did that go this weekend?
Alright, so Import Alliance is basically just a big car show, a bunch of JDM cars, German cars. Yeah, and we left out Friday, me along with two of my good friends, Jakob Keith and Adam Jasper. And we went to Bowling Green. Went to Bowling Green for the car show, and me and Jacob got there several hours before Adam, and we had to wait for Adam to get his BMW lined out. He had a really bad coolant leak, and on the drive over, it was raining really bad, and Adam had to take it slow because he don't have an air intake. So while he was not wanting to risk hydrolocking his car, me and Jacob just drove around and found some stuff to do. We went to Cabela's, went to Best Buy.
So you mean to tell me he drove all the way over to Bowling Green with no intake on his car?
Yes, Adam drove to Bowling Green with no air intake through piss poor rain.
So,
worst rain I've ever seen.
So why was this, or why did Adam do this?
Adam don't have room under his hood for an air intake or his turbo situation.
Oh, I got you. So it was just a room situation.
Yep.
I got you. So you guys just kind of hung out for a while, went to a couple different stores. Yep. I remember seeing that on social media.
Until Adam got there. After Adam got there, let's see. We all met up at the Greenwood Mall there in Bowling Green, along with some of Adam's other friends, Anthony Rowe and his buddy Quentin, and a few other guys. I don't know their names or anything, but they're pretty nice people. So we went to Five Guys, burgers and fries after that, had us a good lunch, and then after that it was time for the laughs. We drove around Bowling Green and saw some sights down in the hood. It was real enjoyable, real fun time. Now, we did that till about midnight whenever we were supposed to check into our hotel, but that didn't go as planned. Whenever it was time for us to check into our hotel, they informed us that we couldn't check in till 3 p.m. the next day. So
man,
we fought the hotel, tried to get in, but they just wouldn't let us check in. So
they wouldn't even let y'all pay for that night either?
No. It was already booked, I believe.
Oh, really?
But after that, after doing some deciding, we all headed over to Greenwood Mall again and parked far away from anybody. And we decided to sleep in Jacob's car. All three of us in that little Civic. I have never been more miserable in my life. Me and Adam were in the back, laid the back seats down. We had to bend our legs to like the max even fit. Then Jacob was up front, seat leaned back. So after we finally got to sleep, I don't know, around 2 a.m., we heard a knock on the window from the Greenwood Mall security saying basically just to leave. So it's 2 a.m., we're all groggy, not awake. We drive over to Walmart. We just continued what we were doing, slept through the night, woke up, went and got breakfast, and then it was time for Import Alliance. As soon as we got to Import Alliance, me, Jacob, and Adam all went over there and watched some drift racing. Some of that was featured in the short video at the beginning of the podcast. It was a really good time. And then later on in the evening, we went and watched some drag racing. Got to see an Audi R8 run, a big turbo Civic that's featured on the video. It really was just a really good time. And then afterwards, we tried to find some after meets, but the whole city was dead. There was nothing at all.
That definitely seemed like a fun time, and I definitely wish I could have went to that. Do you know what time that Civic happened to get?
I believe it was 6 seconds flat on the 8th mile.
Golly, that's insane. You know, I think imports have really stepped it up, even with it being such a small motor and it being such a compact car. They really are pulling these good times, even with such a low power range, out of these little non-torquey 4-cylinder engines. What are you exactly thinking about doing with the Escape?
Honestly, I believe the Escape's about done. I've done what I want to with it. I believe it's time to move on here soon. I'm looking at a few different types of cars. I think I've got it figured out what I'm wanting to buy, but I guess we'll just figure out and then just leave y'all in suspense for a little while.
So this is for your daily driver, right?
Yes.
Just something to replace the
Yep.
Escape.
For my daily.
I got you. So that should be pretty exciting, and we should get to see quite a bit more out of what's going to be happening with some of the people in EKCC, and you guys will get to see that through this podcast. That's one thing that I look forward to about this thing is it's more of a one-to-one experience versus you just watching some of Jacob's YouTube videos or maybe just seeing us out riding around. If you are from Somerset or our area, this is more of a one-to-one kind of situation that we've got going on here. So do you think that, well, what else you got anything that you're wanting to talk about?
Oh, let's see. Don't forget about Grudge Wars Saturday night. We're getting a group up going, pre-meet at Kmart at 6. Be there, be square.
So we're going to have a pretty good big group go out there this weekend.
I believe it's looking good.
I don't know how the weather situation is going to be looking for that, if we're going to end up getting rained out or not.
The last one got rained out, so I hope that's not the case this go around.
So this is the makeup for the last one?
Yes, this is the final Grudge Wars of the year. Let's see. Saturday is supposed to be 63 and sunny. You don't have an excuse not to be there.
So we'll look forward to seeing some of you guys if you guys watch this, and maybe you are in EKCC and you heard about this through one of our group posts, or maybe you happen just to tune in and you're in our area. Maybe you might want to come out and bring your car and get to hit the drag strip a little bit and see what kind of times you can pull out of those. Well, we thank you guys for coming on to watch this week's podcast. Sorry it's a little bit shorter. It's a little bit more short notice, but we wanted to hear some more give y'all some things about what happened to Import Alliance and some of the things that happened with them guys. And this is a pretty good thing we're starting here, and we're going to look forward to seeing it every week. Hopefully next week we'll have it out on Wednesday, nothing later. And we should look forward to this, and you guys should be able to enjoy this. So I thank you guys for tuning in. And we will see you guys in the next one. Me and John are